For the Son of God became man so that we might become God. A quote from Saint Athanasius. What does it mean? Well, what Saint Athanasius means here, for the Son of God became man so that we men might become God. What he means is exactly what God says in the book of Genesis. Let us go down and make man like us. So we become like God, not God in the literal sense, because God is infinite. And He's the only being that is infinite, uncreated. Everything else is created except Him. And that's why He is perfect and no one else. What does it mean that God is perfect? Means that He is the only being that is uncreated. Nobody created Him. He just exists. Any beings that is created by an external force cannot refer to themselves as perfect. Because if I was perfect, I should have been able to create my own self. Since I was not able to create my own self, I can never claim the word or the title of perfect. God is perfect. He's the only one who exists without anyone's bringing Him into existence. So let us go down and make man like us. So Saint Athanasius says, the Son of God became man so that we become like God. Not God in the literal sense, no. But like Him. Like Him. Heaven embraced earth so that earth can become heaven. Heaven came down to earth so that earth can come up and be heaven. So we become like God. And this is where John the Beloved writes it in his epistles. He says, we don't know what we will encounter in the next life, but one thing for sure we know, we will be Christ-like. Christ-like, we become like God. Christ-like, we imitate Him. The way He talks, the way He walks, everything becomes Him. You know, when a country colonizes another country, they do that so that that foreign country is converted and becomes like the mother country. Great Britain colonized Australia and made Australia like Great Britain. They speak English, don't they? But the Aborigines have their own language. They are the natives of this nation. And they should sack the government, actually. They are the natives of this nation, and they have their own language, but even our beloved Aboriginal people speak English. Why? Because they were colonized by a country that their language is English. The British drive this way, we all drive the same. You go to another country, the steering wheel is on the other side. It feels weird to drive the opposite direction. So when a country colonizes, it does that so that that country is converted, becomes like the mother country. Why? Because they want to expand their kingdom. So they'll teach you their language, their habits, their customs, their culture, everything. The way they dress, the way they walk, the way they behave. Heaven came down to colonize earth in order to change earth and make it like heaven. We start walking, talking, behaving like heaven, but still on earth. So speak the language of heaven. What is the language of heaven? Love. What is the language of earth? Hatred. What is one of the attributes or the characteristics of heaven? Unity. What is the characteristics of this world? Division. What is the character of heaven? Light. Earth, darkness. Life, death. So heaven came down to change earth into heaven. That's being the Son of God became man so that man becomes like God. And that's Genesis 1:26. That's it. I'll leave the other questions. I'm so sorry. For another time, God willing. Well, you know what? A skinny guy said to the fat guy, "What's going down, brother?" The fat guy replied and said, "Everything. That's why I'm fat." Hey, Michael, any of those jokes, can you remember? No? That's bad. Huh? But you reminded me actually of another joke, an Indian. I've mentioned this joke quite a while back. I'm going to say it, and then I'll be answering the next 20 questions. So if you have any appointments, any dates, well, date can be going out with a girl, or a date can be that fruit of a tree. So if you have any dates, please give me. Yes. There was a job advertised in India. And being India, 1.4 billion, I think, beautiful Indian people, and greetings to our beloved Indian people. Acha, acha, I love you. So 1.4 billion beautiful Indian people, and I would love to go to India, honestly. I would like to go to Calcutta. And I will say, good morning, everybody. So 500 people applied for the same job. Now, the whole thing of this joke is the dilemma of telling half the truth. What happens when you tell half the truth? Anyway, so 500 people applied for the job. Out of those 500, 2 best friends, more than brothers, they went to the interview. Now, one of the friends got called into the room for that interview. Now, the interviewer started asking him these questions. He said, when did India get its independence? He said, well, many things happened. A lot of things took place, and eventually in 1947. He said, well done. He said, who was the founding father of India? He said, well, it is not fair to mention one father because there were many fathers. He said, wow, amazing. He said, how did India's economic crisis got solved? He said, well, the Prime Minister established a committee. They analyzed it and found the solution for their economy's problems. He said, your answers are profound, straight to the point. Well done, you passed the test. But before I let you go out of this office, I want you to promise me that whoever asks you what were the questions, people out there, what were the questions, you promise you will never tell them the questions, because I'll be asking those 499 people the same questions I've asked you. Will you promise never tell the questions? He said, I promise. Acha. So he goes out. His best buddy runs to him. Come on, bro. Tell me, what were the questions? He said, I can't. Please, we're brothers. Come on, man. Tell me the question. He said, leave it. Forget it. I promised the guy inside, I'll never tell the questions. He said, okay. Well, since we are best buddies, at least give me the answers. He said, okay. He said, here's the first answer. Many things happened. A lot of things took place. Eventually, 1947. The second answer, not fair to mention one father because there were many fathers. The third answer, the Prime Minister established a committee and resolved the problem. Thank you very much. The friend goes in. The guy who's interviewing this man is going through the application. He realizes there are a few things missing and few things not correct. So he asked the guy who just walked in. He said, when were you born? He said, many things happened, and a lot of things took place eventually in 1947. He said, I don't seem to see your father's name. What is your father's name? He said, it's not fair to mention one father because there were many fathers. He said, your application needs fixing. He said, the Prime Minister established a committee and fixed the problem. Oh my goodness. That was a funny one. It's not fair to mention one father because there were many fathers. Oh, Charlie, that was a good one. All right, very good. That's it. That was the joke of the day. How did I do? Was that all right? Because you have no idea, my head is spinning, huh? Jet lags. I'm not here, but I'm here.